and I would like to continue on to ask our very first question. This will be for Mr. Isa, and it is, how do drones help reduce the cost for utilities?
All right, thank you. Good question. So when we talk about cost, how could drones help reduce cost? We need to understand what are we comparing it with. Like I said, from my previous experience, I've done a lot of work in the US, and the way I've done it, what are we comparing drones with? Basically, what are your alternatives? I've done the, where we've flown in a helicopter, and we've done, flights over the line and in a helicopter. And then I've also done field walks, many field walks where we went pole to pole. To compare it first as far as the costs, when we did, for example, the last one I've done was in New Hampshire. We've flown the line, a high voltage line in a helicopter. We pretty much, had the helicopter for a whole day. We had also a certified pilot with us, and there was two of us that are matter experts in power lines. So the cost was very high for that day. So if you compare the cost for that amount of work that we've done that day compared to maybe even if it took us 3-4 days to do with the drone, the cost is very comparable when it comes to equipment, helicopter versus a drone, pilot versus FAA pilot that flies with drones. And even if the cost was somewhat comparable, the problem with it is, which I personally experienced, it is the product that doesn't have the value. So when you fly, helicopters are good when you're doing patrolling, more linemen want to see the line. But if you want to look carefully on poles and damaged insulators and high resolution photos and thermal images, really the added value that you get out of the drone is way more. So in terms of cost, absolutely, with the product you get, the value of the product you get when it comes to drones, it's definitely way better. The second thing that I've done, and I guess most engineers and linemen and everyone in the power industry probably joined, is actual field walks when you walk pole to pole. Right off the bat, just doing a lot of those field walks, access issues. There's a lot of issues that go on when you have more than a team doing the field walks. Time, you cannot control time. So when it comes to drones, maybe we've done a project took us 2 or 3 days in drones. Probably takes us maybe 7 or 8 days. You just field walk-in structure to structure, especially when you're trying to get to access areas that you cannot access, backyards, ask for permission, knock on people's doors to wait to get in. It gets pretty time consuming. So having the same staff or even less people when doing the drones compared with time, right off the bat, you're a lot cheaper when you're actually doing drones.